Right, welcome everyone to another video review from yours truly here at the reviewing station. Today's special look is at DreamWorks Voltron Legendary Defender action figures produced by said PMIA toy company of this year, Playmates Toys. Not to judge, this is a new toy line that's being created from them, so, you know, it's fair for me to give them an opportunity here, at least a glance. So I'm not going to complain about this. I'm just going to see what this line's all about. Now, having said that, I do have knowledge of Voltron. I do watch Voltron Legendary Defender. So unlike my reviews of the classic Thundercats action figures, I do have knowledge. Okay? So no hitting that dislike button. I do know what I'm talking about here. So, having said that, now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at today's review, which is the legendary Red Lion robot from the Legendary series. Not the 5-inch action figures, just to clear that. This is the figure that combines into the right arm of the 16-inch Voltron. Dang! So anyway, not to skip a beat, what we got here is the actual combination of Voltron, which is all blacked out, just so they can highlight the actual lion that you're getting in this package here. So you got Red Lion, and what would be in here that I've taken out already, Red Lion. So not to get confused and not to mix up the packaging with the actual figures, which some toy companies have been known to do every now and then. So for S&G, that's not going to happen today. So good thing. Onto the back of the packaging. As you can see, we've got a brief summary here for Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Go ahead and pause the viewer if you want to read it. We've got Legendary Red Lion. We got a sentence that pretty much explains the Red Lion and what it's capable of doing. Down here we got a nice picture of Keith the pilot with his speeder, which actually says includes speeder with pilot Keith. I just got that tongue twisted. 20 points of articulation. That is quite the achievement for Playmates Toys, and really, it really truly is the stretch. And I will be the judge of that. Collect Green Lion, Red Lion to form Voltron Sword. Oh, you mean the Blazing Sword? See, I have my knowledge of Voltron. Now, this is kind of funny here. On the back of the packaging, it actually reveals the complete combination of the toy Voltron. Here on the front, on the other hand, it's got the silhouette. What is the point to that? They should have just picked one choice. Why reveal it now? I don't know. I don't know. I did not make this packaging. I did not make this toy. I wish I did. I'd make some improvements, which we will get to. But hey, saying that doesn't mean it's bad. Yeah? Not much else to go about with this. So let's go ahead, and before we bring in the actual line, which I almost did, here is a look at some other material that this comes with. The instructions, which we don't need, obviously. And then we've got this here, this promotional catalog that showcases some roleplay items. The sword looks cool. The masks are kind of funny. And then we got this going on here one more time with the combination of all the lions into Voltron for the Legendary series. Not to get confused with the Legacy series. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what they were going to call it. But Power Rangers Legacy took that. Unlock 50 phrases. Well, I can't really play with that now, can I? So, yeah, I'll judge that at another time. Ultimate Voltron. This is some kind of interactive Megazord thing going on here from, like, the Power Rangers movie. Just now Voltron, right? Right? I think it is. Anyway, down here are your basic action figures. So you've got Voltron, and then you got the 5 lions, and then you got the only road beast out of this series, Mizak. Not to say that there won't be a series 2. I guess it all depends on how well this series sells. So there we got that stuff. And now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and bring in the Red Lion, which is right here. And it looks good. Excusing the fact that most of the silver from the prototype was taken away, this does look pretty good. And even the dull gray plastic kind of works in a way. And in sense-wise, I'd rather have this than chipped paint all over the legs of the lion, because you know that's what's going to happen. So, for what it is, it's pretty good. There's not much else to really say about Lion. There is some hollowness back here, but it's a toy. It's to be expected. But after saying that, everything else seems to be pretty solid. The neck is solid. The head is solid. The arms are actually solid. The legs, the front legs, the back legs, except for this portion here. That's it. That's it. No need to complain about any of that. It's pretty accurate to the red lion that's showcased on the cartoon, so it's not bad. I mean, obviously the proportions are going to be a little different since this is a transforming toy. So to go in by side comparisons, it would not be fair to complain about what's going on here. Still, somebody's going to do it. Not going to be me, though. So let's get to the articulation on this thing. We got a ratcheting neck, well, head, obviously, because the neck is back here. It does go around complete 360. There's no other bit of articulation going on here. It just looks forward this way, or looks forward this way, or this way, or this way. There's no ball joint. It would have been nice if there were, so we could get some up and down movement and left and right, but nope, the lion's always going to look forward in some kind of direction. Nothing at the neck. Down here at the jaw, it is spring loaded, so it does open manually and then it closes instantly. There's no locking place, so when you display your lions on your bookshelves, they're always going to have their mouths closed. It's just the way it is, unless you want to remove the spring, and then you pretty much ruin the toy. I'm just saying. So anyway, back here we got ratcheting joints that do go around to a certain point and then just stop because of the sculpting of the back portion of the lion. Very nice. We got ratcheting joints here, ratcheting joints down here at the paws. We got ratcheting joints here at the back portion legs. We got ratcheting joints. We got a hidden joint here at the knee here, and then right here we got another one. And then we got what's supposed to be a ratcheting joint just doesn't work like one. I mean, you do feel it click into place, but it just doesn't make that nice clicking sound. Would have been nice, but it's not that big of a deal. And this is basically some articulation for Voltron, obviously. We got this nice swivel joint here for the upper bicep rotation, and then we've got this here for the elbow joint for the arm combination of Voltron. The tail here has a swivel. This really serves no purpose whatsoever and makes it kind of difficult at keeping this tail in place when transforming the lion into the right arm of Voltron. Sometimes it will stay in place, and then there are other times where it will just pop right back out. I will say, though, even though this is that gummy plastic material that's commonly used on Power Ranger weapons for their action figures from Bandai America, the fact that they actually painted the tip of the tail is nice. I was not expecting that in the final release. We got that Allspark blue that's commonly used for Transformer figures. We got some red here that does match up with the actual plastic of the red. And then we got some silver here for this actual portion of the diamond of the tip of the tail. It's not actually this standard plastic color here. It is actually silver. It's hard to see, but it is silver. It's not gray. It's silver. So, that about does it for the lion. Let's try and get him standing straight, or to a certain point, so we can go through his accessories. So we got this thing, the Magma Beam. That's to you, Sledge. So, it does have a missile, which I'll show you. It's supposed to be like a lava missile, but the fact that it's blue makes it look more like an ice missile. But what you can do, like all firing missile features, is you can clip it into place. The trigger button is right here. I'm very happy to announce that this is not trigger friendly. As you can see, it took a little time till it actually fired. That's nice. I know that some toy companies out there really don't pay attention to how easy it is to fire off a missile. It takes a little time, but as you can see, it does fire. Put enough force on it, and it will fire. If you don't put enough force on it, it won't fire, and I'm glad it does that. So, what you can do is tab it on top here via peg and hole system, and then if I can get this all on camera here, you can see you do have a fair play of articulation with this thing. It doesn't just look straight like the lion's head. You can rotate it around a complete 360. So there you go. Some actual play feature for the kids out there, and that is very appreciative. I like it. Next thing is we got Keith here on his speeder, or sled as I call it, because that's what it looks like. as you could tell originally from the prototype, this was fully painted in the back, so was the pilot and the seat, but as you can see, they just skipped the beat. They lack on the paint here, but it's not too bad. At least they did paint the front red, so it'll let you know that this goes to the actual line here. And I will let you guys know, if you didn't realize this until now, that the sleds on all the pilots are not the same. They are actually unique. They are different sculpts, and that is very nice. I do appreciate that change. So anyway, what you can do with the pilot is you can open up this little compartment here underneath, and then you can slide the pilot into this locking portion here and close it back up. And now Keith is piloting the Red Lion. And of course, if you go by the actual cartoon in realism, then you know that that's not where Keith or the other pilots pilot their lions. They pilot it here, inside the head. Not down here at the belly. But it's a toy, at least the feature's there, so I do appreciate that. So, that's really it for accessories, except for one other thing, which we'll get to in the official arm mode. So let's go ahead and get to the arm of Voltron. So what I like to do first and foremost is pop this tail into place, which is kind of difficult to do. It will pop out eventually, I'm sure of it, but it seems to be holding for now. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to take all these nice ratchets to the legs and fold them in flush, like so. Easier said than done sometimes, because these ratchets are very tight. But if you get it right, and you have this going on here, that's nice. This portion here is the whole reason why I still got my fingernails not trimmed. And I do apologize if this is kind of disgusting here, but it is very difficult to get this back portion unpegged. But when you do, what you want to do next is going backwards. Is you want to take the arms, or the front legs, I keep calling them arms for some reason, and they go on this rail system here, which moves them inward and outward. So what you want to do is slide that in all the way, have enough clearance here where you can actually fold this down. Start with the paws, make sure they go flush, and then bring all this down here flush, and it will fit securely in what looks like a seat for the paws, which makes sense. So there you go. Sorry about that. My battery died. I had to replace it with a new one. I do that, especially on these elongated video reviews, but that's what you wanted. So anyway, what you want to do again is back here, slide this in. Make sure this does actually go in all the way. This arm is kind of tricky to get sitting flush here on the rail system. I might have to take this off the camera in order to do it. It's unfortunate, but I'm sure that's what it's going to lead to. Why do I always have trouble with this one? There we go. I actually got it on camera. Quite the achievement. Yeah, so when you got this all sitting properly, you can close this back up now and see as everything here, these panels are actually sitting flush on one another with the actual plastic bit that doesn't open up compared to what does open up. Now, if you notice that one side's kind of crooked, then that means that you got the arms in incorrectly, which means you got to open it up and try again to fix your problem. So now you know, in case you didn't know. And go ahead and bring out this tab bit here, which is going to be the actual connection port for the shoulders of Voltron, for the arms of Voltron. Bring these down like so, and there you go. Now you have the right arm of Voltron, and this, not much to really say. It looks like the limbs of the lion have been cut off, or, just ripped off in battle against, I don't know, Mizak or one of the road beasts. Kind of funny. But, yeah, I would not leave this down in lion mode, you freaking pervs. But, not bad. You do have a fair play of articulation, as you can see. There's your bicep swivel. There's your elbow joint. And I know it's not really that good, but if you do move these out of the way, you do get more play, see? Yeah, so there you got that. Now you got a little more movement, not really 90 degrees for the elbow going forward. Or you can make it look like he broke his arm, unless you put it on the left side, which I don't understand why you would do that, but hey, there's an option. It's your toy. Play with it as you want. I don't care. So as you can see, There is some additional paint that I did not show off here. Nice silver and this nice blue on the inside, which is kind of hard because it's kind of matching up with the silver and the camera's messing up with it. But it's there. That's nice. I do appreciate that nice highlight. But not much else going on here for this mode. So you do actually have your swivel for the hand. And then you've got this bad boy right here, which is incomplete. And if you saw on the back of the packaging in this review, you need the green lion piece to also combine the final form of the blazing sword. Without it, you just got this, and the lion really cannot hold it without that other piece. I mean, yeah, he'll hold it just fine, but as you can see, it's loose fitting. And this is painted plastic here. This is the actual plastic that's been painted over with black and yellow, and if you do that, you're probably going to wear this out eventually, and I don't want to do that, so I'll just go ahead and remove that from the lion's jaw, and I'll go ahead and put the lion back in its actual lion mode, because we're done with this video review. I can recommend this. I do like this thing. It is very fun to play with. I've been playing with it for a good hour or so, trying to video review it. I've taken so many takes on this, and they are just too long. This is probably going to be the best one that I can actually offer to you guys. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes, but hey, there's so much to talk about. For first experience of actual Voltron toys, you can't blame me. This is something new to me. It's very unique, very interesting. It's pretty dang similar to Power Rangers, but having said that, Voltron did come first. Unless you count Super Sentai, which technically is still Power Rangers, so, you know, it's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? And in this case, I guess it's still the Power Rangers. So, not that that's a big deal or anything. I mean, Voltron is pretty well known. I mean, it is a global phenomenon in some cases. Maybe not as strong as Power Rangers, and I don't know why I keep comparing the two. Maybe it's because these are technically Zords. Technically. But, yeah, I'm sure I've just gained a couple of dislikes for that, but I don't care. I just wanted to say that anyway, because I was going to say it eventually. Especially when comparing it to actual reviewed Voltron portion in this mini-series. It's fun, like I said, very cool, very awesome. You won't regret purchasing this thing. It's got loads of articulation. It's quite the achievement that I haven't seen from Playmates toys in what seems like decades. Hell, everything that they offer seems like it was from the 80s. And that's very disappointing. This is a toy company that really needs to get with modern time. And this is a step in the right direction. Sure, it could use a little more paint apps. Sure, it could have used that nice silver. Sure, it could have used a ball joint for the head. But overall, I very much like this toy. And I've gone on long enough, so I've said my piece about it. I'm moving on to the next set, which will be popping up very shortly. So, questions, comments, you know the do. Hit it down below in the comment section of this video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, why not hit that subscribe button? Because YouTube's going to force me to keep saying this anyway. If you want to see more video reviews, just like the one you're seeing here today, which is long, or if you want to see concise videos, which I do have concise videos of Voltron coming very soon. They are planned, so don't worry. If you want to see a smaller review of this action figure and all the other action figures of this series, they're on their way. I can't say when, but I will say they are coming soon. Not too soon, just soon. So anyway, this is the one and only Reddit's Power signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.